Hey, yo, what's going on, guys? It's day 5 of Jamari-thon. I hope everyone out there is doing well. Hope you're eating your vegetables. I hope you're drinking your water, like I always say. I've really been enjoying this series on the second channel. I like that it's a lot more off the cuff. I like that it's a lot more improvised. It's really just me reacting to a story or a video or maybe a news article. So it's been really cool. I hope you guys have been enjoying it as much as I have. I want to thank you guys for all the support. I like that it's a little bit more low-key over here. I can really see what's going down. I can really get in the trenches and see what you guys think about every single video that I've been making. So yeah, thanks for supporting me over on this second channel. I'm trying to get it to one day 100,000 subscribers, maybe by the end of the year. That's my kind of crazy dream. Today I'm going to be reacting to this article from The Odyssey. If you don't know, The Odyssey is pretty much a website that publishes like amateur writers' work. So a lot of stay-at-home moms, a lot of college students, a lot of high school students, and just aspiring writers in general that want to get paid for some of their work go over here. So it's not the most polished writing, it's not the best writing. It's a lot of people venting their feelings most of the time. All the times I've really seen these shared on Facebook, it's usually shared by a woman who's mad about something. It's this girl talking about the trials and tribulations of being a waiter. I've never personally been a waiter, but I've had some pretty hard jobs, but they've always all been hourly pay. Like the hardest job I ever had was detailing cars in the 110-degree sun here in Texas, and I did that for 3 summers, and it wasn't easy by any means. So don't come at me with that I don't know what hard work is, because that's a lot harder than being a waiter. Okay, so the thing is called an open letter to the people who don't tip servers. First of all, if you do leave a server, like someone who's been giving you drinks, someone who's been bringing you food consistently, $0 on the tip, you are kind of an asshole. She says, dear person who has no idea how much the zero in the tip line matters. So they're basically saying the person that tips $0. I want to by asking you a simple question. I guess she meant I want to start by asking you a simple question, but she never put the word start. I guess that's why this person's a waitress. I want to start by asking you a simple question. Why? Is it because you can't afford it? Is it because you are blind to the fact that the tip you leave is how the waiter/waitress serving you is making their living? Or is it just because you're lazy and you don't feel like it? Well, I don't really see how being lazy and being a bad tipper go hand in hand. I don't think that those things really have anything to do together. I really think that most people who are eating and living in this country understand that that's how waiters make a living, is off of tips. And I would think that most of the people leaving a pretty bad tip are probably just poor. Is it because you think that while taking care of not only your table, but at least 3 to 5 others, they took too long bringing you that side of ranch dressing? Or is it just because you're unaware that as a server, these people make $2.85 an hour plus tips? So again, she drives in the fact that these people must just be so unaware that everyone's making $2.85 an hour plus tips. But I'm pretty sure everyone knows that. And I'm pretty sure that the waiter or waitress knew that when they signed up for the job. So I don't know why that always gets pushed onto the customer so hard. The average waiter/waitress is only supposed to be paid $2.13 an hour plus tips according to the U.S. Department of Labor. That then leaves the waiter/waitress with a paycheck with the number 0 and the words "not a real paycheck" stamped on it. Therefore, these men and women completely rely on the tips they make during the week to pay their bills. Yeah, that's kind of the point of being a waiter. You're really just explaining things that pretty much everyone knows, unless you don't live in this country. And I even think that people who don't live in this country kind of know how the American tipping system works. So with that being said, I have a few words for those of you who are ignorant enough to leave without leaving a few dollars on that tip line. If you're poor and you don't have money to tip someone, ignorant. Imagine if you go to work and the night starts off slow, then almost like a bomb went off, the entire workplace is chaotic, and you can't seem to find a minute to stop and breathe, let alone think about what to do next. I guess she's talking about when a restaurant gets busy. I would think that you would be kind of excited, because wouldn't you be making the most money during that time? Imagine that you are helping a total of 6 different groups of people at one time, which each group containing 2 to 10 people. Damn, if you're saying 10 people, they should be eating so much that you just get the gratuity or whatever, like the tip is just built into the final bill. But okay, imagine that you're working your ass off to make sure that these customers have the best experience possible, and then when you cash them out, you hand them a pen and receipt and say, thank you so much, it was a pleasure serving you, have a great day. Okay, so it sounds like you're a good waitress in this scenario. Imagine walking away to attempt to start one of the other 17 things you need to complete, because, you know, it's your job, so you have stuff to do. And you watch as the group you thank leaves, and they maybe even wave goodbye. Bye, you did such a good job, thank you. Imagine you're cleaning up the mess they have so kindly left behind. What are they supposed to do, get up and toss the dishes in the back? Gosh, this person sounds so resentful about the fact that they have to be a waiter. You look down at the receipt, and you realize there's a sad face on the tip line of a $24 bill. I mean, honestly, it's kind of funny, but I feel like it's a little bit messed up. All right, I'm going to keep reading. Imagine how devastated you feel knowing that you helped these people as much as you could just to have them throw water on the fire that you need to complete the night. Now, realize that whenever you decided to not tip your waitress, this is 9 times out of 10 what they go through. I cannot stress enough how important it is for people to realize that this is someone's profession, whether they're a college student, a single mother working their second job of the day, a new dad who needs to pay off the loan he needed to get a safer car for his child, okay? Your mom, your friend, your dad, your sister, your brother, or you. Well, actually, no one in my family has ever been waiters or waitresses. We've all had like starting level jobs and no one ever decided to do that. This person acts like when you become a waiter, they're putting a gun to your head and making you, you're signing for that $2.43 an hour. Like, no, when you become a waiter or waitress, you made that decision. And just a little point I want to bring up, most of the waiters and waitresses I know make way more than minimum wage, so I don't really know what you're complaining about. And it's also a law, I'm pretty sure, that if you aren't making at least minimum wage, the business that you're working for has to pay you the compensation. So, I mean, you're pretty covered. If you cannot afford to tip, do not come out to eat. If you cannot afford the 3 alcoholic drinks you gulp down, plus your food and a tip, do not come out to eat. So what, are poor people just not allowed to have fun? Why are you going to put it all on their backs? Because you have to pay for something. And plus, if someone only comes to my table like 2 or 3 times, that's really going to affect the type of tip they're going to get. And yeah, if you're slow, it is going to affect your tip. What do you think this is? Just, Candyland? You think I'm just going to be sweet after you take 10 minutes to bring me another root beer? I don't think so. It's literally your one job. If you cannot afford the $10 wings that'll become half off on Tuesdays, plus that water you asked for, do not come out to eat. God, this girl is just so lame. She's putting everything on everyone else when she decided to become a waitress, There could have been a much better way to write this article, I'll tell you that. Not so passive aggressively. If you cannot see it, the person in front of you is working their best to accommodate you while trying to do the same for the other 5 tables around you, do not come out to eat. If you cannot realize that the man or woman in front of you is a real person with their own personal lives and problems, and maybe these problems have led them to be the reason they are standing in front of you, then don't come out to eat. Dude, there's thousands and thousands of other jobs. I mean, maybe millions of other jobs, man, out here in America. And you don't have to be a waiter or waitress. Like, even if you're going and looking for a starting level job, you can go and get a starting level job that pays you $12 to $15 an hour that should cover you as much as being like a waitress at IHOP or something. So again, you made this decision. As a server myself, it kills me to see people around me being deprived of the money that they were supposed to earn. And she acts like just assuming everyone's an amazing server. If the server's shit, like if the server went out of their way to be kind of shit to me or have an attitude, they're going to get 0. And this is coming from a great tipper, man. This is coming from someone who always has left good tips ever since I started going out on dates and everything. Because I always really appreciated it when a waitress or a waiter took good care of me, because I know it's probably not easy to take good care of a young person who you probably are going to assume is not going to tip very well. So I've always been a pretty decent tipper. I tend to tip in the 15 to even 25% range, just depending on how much I like the person and the energy they're giving me. I mean, sometimes if I really like the person, I've been doing a little bit better monetarily now in this last year, that I'll tip them pretty good, man. I'll tip them pretty good. But that doesn't mean that everyone has to. And I would think that, the people tipping you good, if you're a good enough server, is going to definitely counteract the people that are either just too poor or too cheap to tip you a lot. And like I said, tipping someone 0 is completely wrong. So it kills me to see $3 that you left on a $40 bill. What is that? That's like, what, a 7% tip? I mean, that's not horrible. So she's even extending it. So she's not even talking about the people leaving 0. She's talking about even the people that only leave a couple dollars. It kills me that you cannot stand to put yourself in our shoes as if you're better than us. I wonder if you realize that you single-handedly ruined part of our nights. Once again, you put yourself in those waitresses' shoes, dude. You put yourself in those shoes. You could have been doing anything else. Okay, you chose to spend your time doing this. You chose to try to make some faster money than what would have been in just a regular hourly, retail, fast food, that type of job, So that's all on you. Don't put so much guilt onto the customer. That's pretty whack. I wonder if maybe one day you will be in our shoes, and I hope to God no one treats you how they've treated us. Oh, I bet you do hope that they treat you how they treat us, how passive-aggressive you've been this whole time, you little shit. But if they do, then maybe you'll realize how we felt, when you left no tip after we gave you our time. Yeah, let me remind you that you gave your time because it's literally your job. Like I said, tipping $0 does make you a dick, but can't expect everyone to go out and be tipping, 25%, 30%, because for some people it's really not possible. And what are you trying to say, that poor people don't deserve to go out and eat? What if this group of kids and their dad, like, he's taking them out to eat once a week and they really want to go and he's been feeling bad? You want him to leave a huge tip? I mean, he has to feed a lot of people, and I know that's kind of a hard pill to swallow, but put yourself in their shoes. Like you say, put yourself in the waiter or waitress's shoes. Put yourself in their shoes. At least you're guaranteed to make minimum wage. You're guaranteed to probably make more than that if you're a half decent waiter or waitress. I mean, come on, man. But people always find something to be over dramatic about. Just switch your occupation, bro. Or find some way to supplement your income. Work a little bit harder, or work a little bit, I don't know, smarter. You could work as hard as you want all day, but until you work smart, you probably aren't going to make that much money. I'm just saying. But what do you guys think about this matter down below? I guess I'm kind of torn because, I'm a good tipper myself, and I do enjoy when people give me good service. I think that waiters and waitresses can be amazing people, and they can also make or break your experience out at dining. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you guys think about the topic down below, and as always, thanks for subscribing and everything. Peace.